right, let me give you a quick update here while I'm waiting for that first coat of the high build self-etch primer set up. Shop dogs, how are we doing today? Shadow, how are you doing? You want to say hello? Why is he biting your leg? Yeah, he just picks on you all the time, don't he? Yep. Nobody gonna say hi? Cisco? Jackson? Okay. Well, anyhow, it's been a rough week. I didn't get my video out on Tuesday like I normally do because I've had issues with cows coming into my property. I don't have it fenced. Don't know if you know, how many of you know, Arizona is all open range. So I've been dealing with a few shenanigans that they did. Then if you remember from a video or two ago, I had pump issues and I had to replace my pressure switch, and then cleaned up one of my wife's flower beds for her the other night. We watered it good. She went in the house. I come out here to work on the car. She come out and she said, we don't have no water. So I was working, and that was probably about 7:30 at night. Well, I finally quit working on it about 1:30 in the morning, and I've come to the conclusion that my pump is wore out. It would not build pressure to shut off. So I've got a new one coming. It'll be here, I believe it's supposed to be here tomorrow. Had to take my wife in and get her set up with her new pain doctor yesterday. So I've been getting little stuff done, but not a whole lot of it. So what I'm doing today, if you remember, I showed you down here, I had a spot that I needed to patch on the back side of the rocker panel. I didn't completely weld it up. You know, it's on the back side. It was about a, I don't know, 3/4, 1 inch piece, something like that. So I've got it tacked in there with about 30 or 40 good tacks. I'm just going to go in there now, and there's a couple other little spots back in there I got to fill. So I'm just going to go in there and swab some short strand fiberglass filler on it. I believe I showed you the other day I did get some of my wiring done. I finally got back to this side today. I got my first coat of that self-etch primer on there. We'll see how it comes out. I'll probably put 2, maybe 3 coats. I don't believe I have a whole lot of low spots, but I've been working quite a bit on those pinholes you can see me working on. And I have to say, I don't know if it's me or if it's this product, because I have never used this, where am I? I have never used this putty. I've used the Dolphin glazing that you have to put a hardener in. This is supposed to take the place of the old red hardener, pink, whatever it was that you used to use and set in there. I don't know if my holes were too shallow and it just wasn't sticking. What I finally did, I mean, it got some of them, and you could kind of see me going across there with my pocket knife tip, and that's how I could check and make sure I didn't have any pinholes left, that it was smooth. So what I done actually before this last layer that I put on is there were some of them where I actually just took the tip of my pocket knife and I reamed them out a little bit. So maybe it'd be a little deeper and get a little bigger hold. So that's where we're at. Wherever we end up with this video, it's going to get published. You'll get a video on Friday instead of Tuesday. But I'm going to get a couple more coats of this high build on. It's got to set at least 2 hours before I can even sand it. In the meantime, I'll get it on. In the meantime, get over here, get my welder and all my mess and tools over here put away. Bring you back and show. I actually took part of my splash guard off here, and I'm going to get my my plug in here, and my plug with the bracket that goes there. It's going to be similar to this up here. That way I can get that splash guard on for good. I've got a little wiring clip holder that goes right there. They're going to get in. Potentially, yet this evening I will get my holes drilled and get my scuff plates attached. If I can get that done, I may go ahead and I need to get this lip right here. Better get where I can see if I'm showing you. So I can get this lip right here smoothed up, sanded and ready. I got some filler there, so I'm gonna have to sand that down. Get that all even across there, and actually get it ready to. I don't know if I'll see how much paint I got left. I may go ahead and jam it while I'm getting it, but I want to get that done. It's just, I want to get it done while I got it up in the air, because that, once you drop that car, it's hard on the old man's back to get down there and do all that sanding and whatnot. And then I believe, because I had 3 or 4 things here on my my whiteboard, and I've only got one left, and that's to drill the rockers and attach the scuff plates. If I can get that back done, and the scuff plates I could always do later. We'll see. Maybe I'll work on this back today. But once I get that back done and cleaned up, smoothed up, ready to go, all the holes located for the splash guard that goes in there, then I can set this thing back down on the ground and or on the tires and get going on blocking my roof. So that's where we're at. I'll kind of bring you guys back here for an update later on. I'm not going to do any time lapse on the fiberglass. It was hard enough. I don't know what you could even see when I was welding that patch on, but what a pain. That's where a lift would come in handy. Because I couldn't even get under there with my welding helmet on. I was closing my eyes, and where I could, I was blocking it with my glove when I was putting my spot weld. So don't worry, I wasn't watching the welds. And I even tried using my clear shield. I used it a little bit just so I didn't get spatter on my glasses. I had to get out and put my welding shirt on because I could smell hair burn at one point and hair on my arm. So that one was a little bit of a bear to get into. So that's where we're at. I thank you all for coming back, and we'll get going here and bring you back for an update and final for the video. Take care. Okay, here we are back with an evening update. What's up, dogs? What'd you think? Y'all go ahead and have a good dinner? Now you're kind of staying out here where it's a little cooler? Yep. Good dogs. So we got, what all we get done here? We got this little patch done down here. I'll get in there now with a, probably a 80 grit roll lock, smooth that up, splash a little black paint on it. That should be good. You see me get my wiring grommet, my wiring harness grommet in. But that one that goes down there, this one up here goes in through the top or from the inside. So we got that there. Had to throw a little extra tape on it just so it's not such a hassle once I get in here and start running the rest of my wiring. I've got another one out here that brings your engine. Well, actually, that could. I don't remember if there's any engine wiring harness that comes through there. Seemed like it was over on the other side of the engine, but this here would be for headlights, turn signals, that type of stuff. Probably alternator. I got pictures I took off of my cart's part for what it's worth that shows where some of them come out. You got all kinds of little holes down in here. One of those, you can kind of see right there, right in there where the speedometer cable comes through. I'm gonna have to find a oblong grommet there. I believe one of these upper ones is for the choke. Don't remember what that one's for. Anyhow, we'll go back to the pictures on the parts car that I took. Because I took it and I actually labeled them, but that's been, I think that's been almost 2 years ago now, or may have just past 2 years. So some of the duct tape's coming off, but I can get it figured out. I got enough of the wiring harness still labeled and stuff. I can get that figured out. What else did we do? Oh, I still got, I got a little clip. I'm sure it's still laying over there that goes in that hole right there, and that holds that harness right there. I get my splash guard put back on, tightened down. Over on the other side, I was fortunate because I could still see where the hole was for this screw. Hang on. On this side, I was fortunate because I could still see where this outer screw went. I had to drill a hole, re-drill it. But I could see, that's 2 layers there, and I could see that one. I thought I could see one here, but basically once I got it lined up, I could tell just pretty good where that edge goes right there. And then the same thing on the back, joins that right there. So got those holes drilled. I didn't tighten the screws down a whole lot. They still got to come out and go back in at least one more time once I put the carpet in. So I don't want to waller out my holes. Going to get on the driver's side now. It'll be a rinse and repeat of what you just seen on the passenger side. And then I'm going to get in and get this video edited and uploaded so you guys got something to watch tomorrow. Another little thing I done, I don't know if I showed you, if I videoed it or not. Like I say, it's been one of them weeks. But I got my kick panel bracket right here, pop riveted in. So that's good to go. So I want to thank you all for coming along. Battery's going dead. You don't need to watch a rinse and repeat on the other side on the scuff plate. Got this side here now where I've got what I hope is my last coat of high build self-etching primer on it. I'll let it dry till tomorrow. When I come out tomorrow, I'll get some guide coat on it, get it knocked down again. If it's still good, then I'm going to move around here to the back and get this back panel sanded down, primed up, any place I need to. I got to find all the holes for the splash guard that goes on there. I got it the other day with my order, so this will be what I'm working on tomorrow. I believe. So once again, I want to thank you all for coming along and leave me some comments. I got a couple. One guy was interested in knowing where I got my interior screw set. He's got a Mercury he's working on and he thinks it'll work on, but I don't know if I talked about it on my YouTube channel or not, but on Facebook, I talked about the interior lights, trying to wire them 6 volt versus 12 volt, positive ground versus negative ground. I got some good feedback because I've actually got those pigtails made up. I don't think they're laying here, but I was wondering if the door plunger wire, I think was probably originally in a ground. I don't know. This was a positive ground car, I guess. Anyhow, got some good feedback on Facebook. Got some guys that put in some good comments, said just do what you're doing. And so I actually took one of them pigtails today and just jumped it across positive and negative on the battery and it lit the bulb. So that's good. I think I'm going to have to find a little dimmer bulb for it. I took the one out of the license plate light and it looks like it may just be a little bit too hot, too bright. I don't want to, see if you can see that, I don't want to melt my interior light lenses. Those go on the back, on the B pillars. You can buy them now, I see. Those are original. I bought those off, they were some new old stock I think I bought off of eBay years ago. So we'll get back out here in the morning. Depending on when my new pump gets here for the house water, because right now I'm operating it manually just so we got enough water to get us by. It's supposed to have shipped, so hopefully in the morning I'll get back out here and we'll get back on this thing and see if we can get another video out on time next week. So once again, thanks for coming along, and like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. We'll catch you later.